Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today, and it's a pleasure hosting you all. In today's webinar, we will be going through the new SensefLy eBee and the new eBee, which I'm really excited to tell you about. My name is Jude Searchfield. I'm the Product Sales Manager here at Feds, and we'll be assisting you with any queries when we are carrying out our Q&A session. Alongside me is Christopher Thompson, who is the Global Sales Manager at SensefLy. Chris will be attending our live Q&A sessions along with me, should you want answers directly from the brilliant minds at SensefLy. So as we go through today's webinar, please make sure you can hear and see the presentation clearly. Let us know if you are experiencing any issues at all. You can join the audio on the bottom left corner, and you also have the chat feature for any questions or feedback. So on today's webinar, we'll be going through all of these topics as you can see on the slide here. So, who are SensefLy and who are Feds? Why drones are our best friends? SensefLy EVx, the ultimate mapping drone. SensefLy Ebgo and Ag, the new products that have been released from SensefLy. The case studies and testimonials from drone experts that use these drones on a daily basis. And of course, the final question, which I definitely want to know, is the red eBee or the blue eBee? So on this slide, as you can see, Feds, we are the leaders in the specialist drone services. The first and the largest drone service provider and supplier in the Middle East. So we don't just provide our services, we are also drone suppliers, and we also use these drones on a daily basis on our own projects. So providing you further information on the eBees is something that is actually very dear to us because we've been using these drones for the past 5 years. SensefLy authorized distributor and repair center for the Middle East. So should you have any issues, rest assured you have a local company that will be here to support you and provide you further assistance. We are also DCAA certified trainers. So we have our own academy, and should you or your pilots need further training or training on the drones, we can most certainly provide you with that. Who are SensefLy? SensefLy believes in using technology to make work safer and more efficient. Their proven drone solutions simplify the acquisition and analysis of geospatial data. This in turn empowers professionals in surveying, agriculture, engineering, and humanitarian aid, enabling them to make better decisions faster. Where they really excel, though, is their unrelenting focus on the customer. They are fully committed to understanding your needs and develop easy-to-use solutions that meet your precise requirements. So, in the Middle East, we are the exclusive dealer for SensefLy. We operate holistically on all things SensefLy. We can supply and support any SensefLy drones as well as extend the same unrelenting customer support and understanding. We also enable you with some of the most powerful processing software in the aerial imagery world, such as Pix4D. Safe to say, if you need anything regarding geospatial data to be in acquiring or processing, we've got you covered. Why drones are our best friend? Now, as you can see on this slide, the difference between traditional methods compared to multi-rotor compared to fixed wing. And fixed wing wins all the time, every time, as per covering large areas for surveying and mapping. Every few years, the geospatial industry undergoes a revolution of sorts. First, it was total stations, then came GPS, laser scanners, and robotics. While not new anymore, professionals are now adding another tool, which, as we all know, are drones. Drones boast quick data collection times, excellent positional accuracy, and a safe operational experience. Our drones are 75 to 80% faster than terrestrial measurements, and can cover up to 3 to 5 kilometers squared in one flight. Now, when choosing a drone, you have to be very, very careful. One of the first questions you should ask yourself is whether you need a multi-rotor or a fixed-winged aircraft. On a daily basis, I work with many clients to provide them with the best solution in order for them to improve their workflow and truly benefit from drone tech. However, how I do this is finding out exactly what type of drone fits their needs. Our multi-rotor will cover small areas and are more suited for inspections, whereas fixed-wing drones excel in surveying and mapping, especially when it comes to larger areas. They each have advantages and disadvantages, of course, that make them better suited for certain users, so it's important to understand the key differences between both types. Now on this slide, as you can see, fixed wing benefits over multi-rotor for mapping, and fixed wing benefit over traditional ground survey. Now, the secret to SenseFly's success has been their drone design. A multi-rotor consistently pulls loads of power from the battery to spin its propellers enough to generate a lift, whereas a fixed wing only requires the energy needed to propel it forward. It's important to understand that a fixed wing drone can fly further and faster on a single battery charge. Now, these two attributes can alone have a massive impact on your ability to collect data quickly and efficiently, which in turn has a direct effect on your business profit generation. I mean, after all, you wouldn't charter a helicopter to fly across a continent. The same logic holds true for fixed-wing drones and quadcopters. The EBX sets a new standard in mapping tools and redefined what a drone can actually do. It was designed to meet all users' mapping needs and to boost quality, efficiency, and safety for their data collection. Two of the most important metrics that you can measure efficiency by are, of course, how long can it fly for and how much time it can take to cover that area. Well, the EBX has some really impressive numbers. With a flight time of 90 minutes and a ground coverage of between 5 kilometers squared to 12 kilometers squared, it just shows how good this drone really is. The eBee is versatile and robust with its modular design. With a wide array of sensors, it can operate in different environments for different types of projects. And due to its modular nature, you suffer very minimal downtime. If something isn't working right, you just swap it out and gives you the additional benefit of not having to get into complex repairs. You don't have to send the whole drone in for repair either. Just swap out the parts that gives you issues and send that straight to the service center. You can still, on the field, continue your project while we fix the part for you. Finally, with the steep landing technology, the EBX gets to the ground very quickly, so you no longer need a large area to glide down. And it's very accurate, so much that you can land in very small areas. A drone's flight management or ground station software defines your experience. If this is complicated or confusing, operations can quickly become a chore, as we all know. So the eMotion is different. It's advanced, scalable drone software that anyone can use, even myself. eMotion makes professional flight and data management a breeze, minimizing the time you need to spend planning missions, managing battery changes, and preparing data. Flights are built using mission blocks. Just choose your mission block, highlight the region you want to map, define key settings on the eMotion, and the software auto-generates all your drone flights and your plans to provide you with the best data. Multi-flight missions are supported, and you can even activate and import elevation data for safer and terrain-accurate flights. The SenseFly systems streamlines your operations into 4 simple parts: planning, piloting, processing, and acting. Define the drone flight, capture high-resolution georeferenced images, process the drone's georeferenced photos, and create your deliverables. The eBee data is compatible with many major post-processing softwares such as Pix4D Mapper, Pix4D Matic, Pix4D Fields, Edgysoft, S3 Drone to Map, and Bentley Context Capture. So now we come to the highlights. Early last month, SenseFly came out with two new products to add to their eBee lines, the eBee Geo and the eBee Ag. The two new focused products are a culmination of 10 years of innovation from SenseFly and are designed with express purpose to excel in their fields, specifically eBee Geo for GIS and eBee Ag for agriculture. What is really exciting though is these two drones are entry-level drones that you can easily incorporate into your workflow and benefit greatly from. The question that remains is, which drone is right for you? So, the eBee Ag is reliable, affordable fixed-wing drone that helps farmers and service providers map and monitor crops quickly and easily. Weed infestations, pest pressures, nutritional management, you've got a lot on your hands when it comes to crop health, and never enough time to do it all. With the SenseFly eBee Ag drone, you can get a full assessment of your farm and crops faster than traditional field scouting. The SenseFly Duo M is an innovative dual-purpose RGB and 4-band multispectral mapping camera. By combining multispectral and RGB, users can quickly spot troublesome areas from the above in high-resolution RGB and gain critical NDVI data invisible to the naked eye, all just in one flight. Use it to create geo-accurate multispectral maps and digital surface models quickly and easily. The Duo M lets you capture high-resolution RGB images of your farm and fields from the above. Along with this, it also captures vital multispectral data using the integrated Parrot Sequoia sensor. Regularly collecting multispectral data is the key to effectively assessing crop health, optimizing inputs, and catching early indicators of pests, diseases, and weed infestations. So here we have a lovely piece of sample data from the Duo M itself. Now you no longer have to land the drone, swap out a payload and fly a second time to collect two sets of different data. The eBee Ag using the Duo M can simultaneously capture RGB and multispectral data all in just one flight. Now on this slide, as you can see, we surveyed a field for Mocha located in Russell Kamer. We surveyed the field to assess the soil type and quality, salinity level, elevation, and the drainage. The reds and greens that you can see, we captured by a multispectral camera. I'll explain what the meaning is in the next slide. So we can see that the eBee Ag empowers you with data that supports your agriculture operations at every step of the way, starting assessing your soil type and quality, and goes on supporting you through different seasons, multiple crops, and different operations. Now, healthier vegetation reflects more of certain types of light than unhealthy vegetation. The basic concept is that chlorophyll in plants absorb red light during photosynthesis, and healthy plants reflect very strongly in the NIR band. The red NDVI is a number ranging between +1 and -1, with +1 indicating healthy vegetation and -1 indicating dead or extremely stressed vegetation. In this field survey, the crops that are growing is the quinoa plants. Here we did a joint venture with researchers from IGBA, that is the International Center for Biosaline Agriculture. They are interested in crops or plants that can thrive in saline water. Using the multispectral scans, NDVI and TDVI, we can find the most effective treatment for the crop and specifically which method is the most resource efficient while producing high yields. With the above deliverables, the eBee Ag gives you the data on every possible situation, allowing you to react and plan on the go. You are fully geared to manage your field in the most optimal way possible. Water is an extremely scarce resource, especially in this region, so our efficiency in its usage is extremely important as well. Using drone data, we can see just how efficient the irrigation is, and if it's sufficient for the plants, and if any case of water wastage is taking place. With the eBee Ag, one can collect data at a geographical level of a position and coordinate detailed information on environmental factors and nutritional status. This information makes it possible for researchers to make informed decisions, which saves resources and reduces nutrient leaching. The Ebgo is an affordable fixed-wing mapping drone designed to meet the highest demands of surveyors, civil engineers, and GIS professionals worldwide. The Ebgo is rugged and intuitive to operate and makes surveying and mapping small to large areas faster and more efficient than using terrestrial surveying equipment alone. The data can quickly be processed into high accurate georeferenced orthomosaics, digital elevation models, digital surface models, and high density point clouds to bring additional value beyond common vectors. The Ebgo is a highly advanced drone solution for surveying and mapping. It's lightweight, yet incredibly durable. It's designed to operate as well in the harshest of conditions, thanks to its optimized airframe and its ultra-tough underbody skin. With the Ebgo, you can also map up to 160 hectares, 395 acres, as high as 120 meters, 400 feet, with a maximum flight time of 45 minutes in the air. Need greater data precision? Well, the Ebgo also comes with RTK, real-time kinematic. We believe drone mapping solutions can help every surveyor and GIS professional map safer and smarter. The Ebgo sets out to capture all those benefits into one affordable fixed-wing mapping drone package. The result is rugged and efficient drones suited to even the most demanding of missions. The SenseFly Soda is the first camera to be built and optimized for professional drone use and has quickly become the reference sensor in its field. It captures amazingly sharp aerial images across light conditions with which to produce detailed, vivid orthomosaics and accurate digital surface models and elevation models. Here we have one of our case studies, surveying the largest limestone quarry in just one day. What traditionally took almost 2 months was completed in just one day. Over the course of a few hours, the drones had taken 6,281 high-resolution images, using which the team would generate orthomosaic images and 3D reality captures. 1 kilometer square drone data contains more than 44 million points, while terrestrial surveying contains only a few thousand or a few hundred. So here we have the sample data. I'll let this video do the talking and be the testament to the accuracy of the eBee. Say hello to the new backpacks. All eBee now comes with a carrying backpack. This reminds me of when we first received the package. It was pretty exciting. I actually put it on and I felt I was going back to school. That aside, as we opened the box, we were pleasantly surprised to see that the drone and its necessary accessories were neatly packed away in this bag. Fully contained with everything you need, you could walk off into the field as is and start your project. So between the eBee Ag and eBee Geo, as you can see on this slide, there's not really much of a difference. So as you can see, ground sampling distance is the same. The lowest ground sampling distance is also the same. The accuracy is the same as well at 2.5 centimeters. However, the difference between the two is their payloads. One, as we said, for surveying and mapping, and the other for agriculture purposes. Here we can see that the two eBees are designed to prosper in their respective fields. The eBee Ag for agriculture and the eBee Geo for GIS purposes. We spoke about this earlier when I said one of the most exciting parts is the fact that they serve as affordable drones, giving you access to the same reliable eBee at a lesser price. The eBee and the Ag makes drones surveying and mapping a lot more accessible. Now on this slide we can compare the EBX to the eBee Ag. The eBee Ag is a dedicated agricultural drone. The main difference is that it exclusively supports the Duo M sensor that gives you everything you need in terms of agriculture. Where the EBX differs is in flexibility. While the eBee Ag might not be compatible with all the sensors, it still gives you the same reliable eBee experience at a more affordable price. So on this slide we can compare the EBX to the eBee Geo. So we see a pattern emerge here. Like the eBee Ag, the eBee Geo is similar to the EBX. However, the main difference being that it exclusively supports the solar sensor, giving you excellent mapping and surveying precision. The eBee Ag and the eBee Geo are the same reliable platform, only more affordable. Next, we're going to hear a testimonial from one of our partners at Aerodyne Measure. Aerodyne Measure offers an unmatched level of expertise. Through the state-of-the-art data collection and analysis using drone technology, they deliver transformative intelligence, all while simplifying maintenance and management processes.
Hello, I hope this message finds you and your families healthy and safe. My name's Andy Justicia. I am the Vice President of Flight Operations for Aerodyne Measure. I've had the privilege of having been part of the commercial SUAS industry since its inception in the United States in April 2014. I received my Section 333 exemption in January 2016 and joined Measure soon after. Measure acquired their first generation eBee late that year. This is when I was introduced and trained on the aircraft, and I gotta tell you, it was love at first flight. In field, the eBee is easy to assemble and get flight ready. Checklist items are easy to follow and to comply with, and there's little margin for setup error. Launch is as easy as a toss and you're flying. Our main application for eBee still is solar farm inspection and mapping, which the eBee not only simplifies but makes very efficient. The cockpit resource management approach to flying the eBee allows the remote piloting command to really focus on the task at hand while monitoring the flight functions on the very intuitive SenseFly Emotion flight software. The automated landing sequence is easy to follow, control, and has plenty of fail-safe features that allow the pilot to act during every step of the landing phase if needed. We quickly progressed from first generation eBee to eBee Plus and now EBX, which is a formidable aircraft. Now on their Aerodyne Measure, I've accumulated over 500 hours of pilot and command time on these aircrafts, and my love for them still continues. I wish you all safe flying. Keep the blue side up.
So we've got a question from Kartik here, just to know the EBX and eBee Geo are the same platform. Yes, they are. And the great thing is, it is at a more affordable price for you.
Hi Jude, Chris here. So I'll kind of add on to that. As Jude mentioned, it is the same platform. As you'll notice, the colors are different, and so the theme of this webinar is it red, is it blue. The flagship product of EBX is yellow, so the fundamental difference, aesthetically speaking, is the color, and that shows the difference whenever you're receiving your package. In terms of the operational specs, as the presentation highlighted upon, the only differences there in terms of the accuracy the drone can receive is the PPK is not available. That's only available on the EBX, so only RTK on the AG and the GEO. The payload capacity, so obviously for AG, it's Duet M only. For EBGO, it's classic soda only. EBX has the full suite of our payloads, which is around 6 to 7 payloads, including the Duet T and Soda 3D, which are our more revolutionary side of the cameras. And then obviously the flight time, so the time in which the drone can do its mission. So for the GEO, this is around 45 minutes. And for the AG, it's around 50 minutes. For the EBX, you're going to get 59 minutes with the normal batteries, depending on the camera. Guaranteed 59 minutes with the endurance batteries for all cameras. And then you can increase that flight time up to around 90 minutes, so an hour and a half, with the extension endurance, which is basically a software patch which we can activate remotely, so that can be done at any time. It doesn't need to be purchased when you purchase the drone. It can be activated at a later date if you have a project that requires these bigger and longer flights. So those are the fundamental differences between the systems, but the core concept, the wings, the central body, the propeller, these are all universal, and that's kind of where we wanted to go with Sensefly's design in the drones, is to keep this universal system that can be then modified to address different markets and different budgets. And obviously that's what we've done now with the AG, the GEO, and the EBX as the flagship. Hope that answers it. Thank you.
The next question is, how much is the EBX and the EBGO? So, George, in regards to your question, the EBX is around 20,000 US dollars, depending on the type of payloads that you're looking for. However, the nice and the great thing is the EBGO is around 10,000 US dollars.
And just to note there, Jude, on the GEO, obviously the 10,000 is the starting price. That doesn't come with the RTK. The RTK is about 3,000 more. So the full solution of RTK with soda is around $13,000, and obviously that doesn't include shipping or taxes. These are just list prices. So you need to add on shipping and taxes and duties. But in terms of this pricing that we've put onto the market, it really is to have an entry-level geospatial product, one that still is able to do everything that the X can do in terms of deliverables, but it's still to have a clear differentiator between our flagship products and the GEO. So far we've seen a good amount of interested users, not only in the Middle East but all over our regions, that have seen the potential benefits of the GEO. Even people that have an X and maybe just have the budget to extend their fleet by this entry level price. So we're hoping with that 10 to 13K mark, we're able now to be more aggressive and have more diversity, not only in our drones but obviously in the final price point for our clients.
So the next question we have, does the eMotion come with the platform, and are future updates included as well? So that's from Dancel. Dancel, thank you so much for your question. Now, yes, it does come with the product. The eMotion software does actually come built in, and the updates are actually free. So there's no cost attached to that.
Yeah, and I'll add to that, Jude. I mean, from SenseFly HQ here, obviously Emotion in terms of what operates the drone. So as the presentation showed, the pilot isn't physically actually flying the drone. He's planning the flight before launching the drone, but after the launch, it's the software that does all of the flight itself, including the landing, including taking the images. There's no piloting required. So the Emotion is a very powerful software, but also very easy to use. It's very intuitive, and it is one of our big key selling points compared to all of the competition on the market. Is the Emotion software. And as Jude mentioned, we regularly update the software, and these updates are done with the feedback of our 5,000 plus global user base. So everything that goes into the development and to the improvement of the software is done real life users, not just the people here in the office thinking this might be good to add to the next version. It's really done from the feedback of our global user base. And the important point to make from us at SenseFly here is that half of our organization, so over half of our organization, is R&D. So that's both hardware and software. So that continuous development, so anything you purchase today, a bit like a Tesla, it continues to be developed, and those software updates are done remotely. So you just update the drone every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on when we release these software updates, and you'll be having access to new and better features as time moves on. And as Drew said, the most important thing there is that it's free. There's no additional cost for that update, which you probably won't find too much on the market when it comes to hardware sales and softwares linked to that. That the continued development of a major software linked to that hardware is free for its users. So again, that's a big selling point for our system.
Thank you for that, Chris. So, Frank, how long would the delivery time be to the UAE? So, depending on the shipment, Frank, it could take anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks. However, we try and get them as quickly as possible. So, let's catch up after the webinar, and I can give you further information on that.
And if Jude messages me, I can also try and expedite orders quicker if you're looking to acquire before the end of the month.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Chris. Do you offer training as well? Of course we do. We are DCAA certified trainers here in Dubai. We have our own academy, so we can provide you with further training, or if you're new to the eBee system, believe me, our pilots here are very highly trained to provide you with the best training throughout the course. So by all means, yeah, please let us know if you do need training as and when, and we can most certainly provide you with that. So it depends, in fact, where you are based. If it's around the GCC, we can still come to you and, of course, provide you with the training, no issues at all. So please let me know, George, where you're based, and we can most certainly, take things from there. You guys, are there any further questions at all? Myself and Chris?
I don't think there's any more questions, but just one final point from me to anyone that's attended this webinar. Again, if you've liked what you've seen, and especially with the Emotion software, as I've mentioned, it is one of our key selling points and something that really is worth seeing. So if you want obviously COVID at the moment is hindering a lot of our travel, but if you want an online demonstration of the software, and we can do a simulation of a local area that you're planning to map, or you already have mapped, and you want to see how the simulation takes place and how it looks when it's in operation, then please don't hesitate to contact Jude and myself, and we'll be fully prepared to spend an hour with you and show you the key selling points of the software.
Thank you for that, Chris. So we're going to go to the next slide now, and so we are carrying out our first Evgo Demonstration Day. So please, I invite you all to be there. It will be a very, very good day. It starts at 9 a.m. at our site at Igba. We are very, very excited to get the EBGO up in the air and provide you guys with as much information as you need. And to be honest, it would be nice to actually meet you, formally meet you as well. So we are going to be carrying out our Sensefly eBee demo day on the 6th of April at 9 a.m. At our Egbar site. So please get in touch with us because there's limited spaces only. And due to COVID restrictions, of course, we have to make sure that we can't, we don't have a lot of people, huddling around. So please, by all means, get in touch with me as soon as possible. If you're free on that day, book your appointment in now. And yeah, I'll be very, very happy to meet you then. So that's the end of our webinar. Thank you very much for attending today. Really, really appreciate it. Chris, thank you so much for being here for the live Q&As. Really appreciate your time as well. And I will look forward to catching up with you all soon enough.